Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some of the stocks on the move today. And we're joined by Bloomberg's Valerie Titel. Here's a trivia question. Going into today, what was the best performing stock in the Dow Jones Industrial Average?
Well, I'll tell you the worst performing stock going on so far this morning. United Health down a whopping 20%. It cut its full year profit outlook and posted first quarter results below estimates. The health insurance giant had adjusted its earnings in 2025, saying it's going to be in the $26 to $26.50 per share range, down from a previous range of $29.50 to $30 a share. It cited heightened care needs in its Medicare that were far above what it had planned for. And the company said in its statement that it did not perform up to their expectations, and they are aggressively addressing challenges. So United Health is plunging down some 20% in pre-market. It is dragging the whole sector with it. You have Humana down 16%, CVS down nearly 9%, and Cigna, another health insurance company, down nearly 5% on the back of that disappointing earnings from United.
Okay, and a car rental company in the news this morning.
That's Hertz. The shares are rising further here. They soaring 24% pre-market, and it's set to extend Wednesday's record 56% rally. This is all due to reports that Pershing Square Capital had amassed a position of almost 20% in the beleaguered car rental company and would make Pershing Square the company's second largest shareholder. Now, Hertz has been having some issues. It emerged from bankruptcy in 2021 and has been working to revamp its fleet after a disastrous bet on Tesla electric vehicle rental cars. But it seems like the market is very excited about this announcement that Pershing Square has announced a 20% holding of the beleaguered car rental company. That's Hertz, adding to gains, up 25% in pre-market.
And in the pharmaceutical space, the objective for a lot of these companies trying to get a pill that you can take, one of these GLP weight reduction pills. And Lilly has some news on that front this morning.
Yeah, great news out from Lilly. The shares are rising 13% in pre-market. Their oral GLP-1 demonstrated statistically significant efficacy in its first phase 3 trial. Participants lost an average of 16 pounds at the highest dose, and the company stated that the safety of the oral GLP-1 is consistent with the injectables. On the back of this, we also have its competitor, Viking Therapeutics, falling 7%. This is another competitor who is also working on an oral GLP-1 drug, but it seems like Lilly has beat them in these successful first phase 3 trial for its oral GLP-1. Shares of Lilly up 11.5%.
And some tariff-related news with respect to stocks?
This one's a bit negative. This is Alcoa, the largest U.S. aluminum producer. Shares are falling nearly 3% in pre-market trade after they said the company will incur $20 million in losses due to the duties that went into effect on metal imports. The company incurred these costs on imports from Canada, and Alcoa also warned that it expects tariff costs to increase $90 million in the second quarter. The disclosure is one of the first indications here that U.S. companies are being adversely affected by the Trump administration's trade war. That's Alcoa, the largest U.S. aluminum producer, down 3% in pre-market.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.